What's up, guys? So what we have here today is the unboxing of the new 510 Hiangles. So as we can see here, Hiangles, right? These are new ones, or from these last couple years, as this is supposed to be the newer, better, next generation on from these guys. These are the Hiangles. I just have a pair of these guys on the side so that we can compare what they have changed and just go through the structure and build of the shoe. Right, I'm gonna put these guys aside and let's get on with business. Alrighty, so as you can see, it comes in standard box. Look, see. Alright, so here I got these a little bit looser. Just because of the new style of climbing, and I want them to be a more versatile shoe, and I want them to be able to flex backwards a little bit. So I am a regular men's 8.5, so I got a pair of so-called women's 8.5. All right, let's get the casting stick. Here we go. Here's the old school Metolius brush for all of you guys who are still using these guys. Good on you. But here I have the quote woman's version, 8.5. UK 7 or size 40 2/3. Right, I've been sizing my shoes up a little bit lately just because of the new style of climbing, and I want my foot to be a little bit more my shoe to be a little bit more versatile. So that's that. All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna open her up. Cue music. Da, 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 da. And as we open her up, put the box away inside, we have a brand spanking new pair of 510 Hiangles. So I'm digging the white though, looks really cool. I have the low volume ones indicated by the pinkish orange tags. I believe the regular higher volume ones, or the quote men's ones, have a yellow tag on it, I think. But I'm digging this combo. I'm digging the white. The shoe looks pretty cool. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this guy aside, and then we're gonna bring one of my older shoes, bring the other old shoe. So this is the old 510, and we're gonna bring this as a size comparison. Right, I believe my old pair are a little, they're actually correct. I think they are the same size. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it here, but right in here it does say US Women's 8.5. So they are supposed to be the same size. So as we're just gonna take a look, see here, we're gonna put them side by side. Right, and they do in fact look like the same size. Okay, and hopefully they will be the same width. So getting a quick look see at these shoes and putting them side by side like so. Right, and as I'm seeing here, the new shoes look like they are ever so slightly wider. Right, so the new, that's kind of what I find to be the trend now, is Adidas, since they've taken over the new 510s, they have made the shoes a little bit wider up in the toe box. So low volume ones are, yes, a little bit more low volume, but the regular ones have become wider. So I do have a pair of Aliens, and I do find that your 510 Aliens are really wide, to the point where I don't really like edging in them anymore, because they are so wide. When you put your foot on a small edge, they have a tendency to fold, especially if you have more narrow feet. So yeah, maybe they're catering for a different crew now. So let's take a look see here. Okay, so real quick look around. We have 510 on the white rand, leather uppers, leather build. They are, I like the Velcro, so I'm just gonna open this Velcro up. I like that they've carried this over. The adjustability of having a big wide Velcro strap so that you can have the ability to choose how you want to tension your shoe. So you can either tension it this way on a more edging ability so that you can put the power a little bit more forward in the toe box, or have it in the back where you can strap up the heel a tiny little bit. I like that. That is a really cool change. Apart from the old one where you do not have that option, where the old ones were just single strap, and I'll use this side, and that didn't really let you do it. I would have normally, for the old ones, I would have a tendency to either pull it this way or pull it like that, which doesn't really give me full closure, but I like that. Right, that's a really cool thing that they did. They pulled that over from adjustability. That's really good. Alrighty, okay, open her up. As I said, open the shoe up. Okay. Oh, first thing is they've carried over the soft material. They've got this new soft material, and looks like they don't have that seam anymore. So they've put the seam down here. That will hopefully eliminate any pinching that will occur in the top of your shoe. With the old one, I found that if you did have to strap them on really tight, it would pinch up top here just a little tiny bit, just because they had let's open this guy up, and just because they still had this part right here and it wasn't quite as soft. This new one looks really similar. Right, and they've carried over the soft touch material here and the rubber band down here, so that looks pretty cool. We'll have to see how that goes. And alrighty, so you're gonna look inside. It's all one-piece leather stitching that feels quite nice, quite soft. I'm thinking these shoes, once they break in, might stretch a little bit since they are unlined leather. What they feel like, unlined leather or synthetic, I don't know actually. They feel like they are leather. Yeah, so it feels like the uppers are synthetic. So these uppers do feel like they're a little bit synthetic. And as you can see, the bottom's there. And they have a different material for the bottom, which I don't know what they are. But this white, I'm digging this white though. Really cool. I have a feeling that it's going to get really dirty really fast. Alright, so we're going to put this strap back on. Good. Okay, they have kind of kept the material covering on top. I like that. That's nice and soft. They've changed the heel, they've changed the toe box a little bit compared to the top here, where they have brought over this new one and they have a little bit more rubber coverage. So as you can see here, where I have added my own rubber over here because I'd have a tendency to rub, but over here it looks like that they have corrected that, or they have fixed it, and they've wrapped the rubber quite far down here, so you'd have a little bit more toe hooking power all the way through here. They have increased, they've kept the general shape here to allow for expansion in the toe box. They've cut this down a little bit more, so I think they might lose a little bit of the towing ability of the shoe. So I'm feeling like maybe the shoe here will give you a little bit of more of a hammer fit or a rounded toe, and much less of a pointy toe where you would get on these shoes. As you could see, just the taper of these shoes, I'm feeling these ones will be a lot rounder on top and a lot less tapering. But otherwise, on the side profile, they look pretty similar. They have the expansion pocket here, which is what I really like about the 510s. So if your heel is a little bit too big, or if you want some adjustment, that can adjust and mold, just like how they used to have this little pocket here, but this little pocket would have a tendency to rip and delaminate the shoe when you're doing heel hooks. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the back of the shoe now. So looking at the back of the shoe, all right, we have the slingshot ram that's going to ram your heel, ram that right into the ankle and keep your foot pushed up, getting a lot of power in the toe box. So that's typical 510. That's pretty cool. It feels like this new shoe feels like there's less tension. in this rand. Typically on a new shoe in the 510, these things are pulled in quite tight. These ones don't seem to be as tight, so the shoe doesn't quite have that like almost elasticy feel that when you pulled this back it would just rip itself back in. It's a little bit looser, so that's pretty cool. They have overlapped the rubber here into the heel cup, so that's pretty cool. I like that. And back to the heel. Okay, so they have kept this silly thing. Okay, this heel that they have done is they 510. I don't know why 510 does this, but same thing with this. So right here, right, you can see how they have this thin strip of heel rubber here. The heel rubber is really good for heel hooking, but at the same time, because they cut it off a little short here, this thing has a tendency to delaminate. I've had all my shoes and most of them have this issue, especially the 510s. I don't know why they don't change it and make it more like the teams, where the old black teams or the blue teams, or even the 510 V10s, I think. But they had this little strip of rubber go all the way up to here, so when you heel hook, you didn't heel hook right on this piece of rubber on the edge here, and it wouldn't delaminate. So I can almost guarantee you that this is going to delaminate. So when that happens, we'll go with a fix on that. We'll have to reglue that, and we'll see how if I can fix it out or not. So I don't know why they don't fix it. It should be an easy fix. Just pull the rubber all the way up here and it should fix it. Or even just take this rubber and put it underneath the slingshot. Put it underneath the heel rand. That would be great. Okay, underneath. Oh, I love this white. Have I said that yet? I think I've repeated that. But I really like this color combo. This is a really cool color combo. Okay, so we're going to go to the bottom now. We're going to look at the bottom. So again, we have the Stealth C4 rubber, tried and true. I don't know. I really don't feel too much of a difference between the old 510 rubber and the new unparalleled rubber, or the old Stealth C4 and the new Stealth C4. It seems to work the same. Just because I've climbed in the aliens and the rubber seems to stick just fine. Like, but just feeling the shoe right now, feeling the rubber, it feels like this is the only part that is C4, because this top section feels softer. It doesn't feel like it's C4. I know it says Stealth on it, but it doesn't feel as hard as the C4. It feels softer. And same thing with the heel, and even okay, maybe this strip is also C4. But either way, the heel here doesn't feel like C4. And if you can, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but they are visibly a different color, right? The rubber is a different color. So it can't be the same rubber. And even, I'm not sure if you can see it, but if I look really closely, I can see these two rubbers are different colors. So I'm assuming that they've used different rubbers on here. I really need to go back on the website and check. I'll post it down. I'll post it below. I'm sure I'll put some subtitles in if I look it up and they are different rubbers or not. But yeah, so here what they've gone with, they have chosen to go with the split sole design so that there is no midsole. I'm not sure what that's gonna do to the shoe. I have a feeling it's going to make the shoe a little softer, so it'll allow the shoe to bend a little bit more, just like so. And so I'm not sure what it's going to do to the edging power of this shoe, because this old shoe, right, the 510, one of the good things about these shoes is that they had an awesome edging ability. Right? It's not just coming down to the front and not coming down to how thick the rubber is, but it also has to do with how much support the shoe gives you down onto your arch and across the bottom of your foot. So having this single piece design here gives you a little bit more support in your midsole, so that when you do have a tendency, when you do have to edge those small holds, you have more support to keep your foot in the right posture or position. But having these ones right now, not having this midsole, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So hopefully it doesn't ruin the shoe, and hopefully it doesn't ruin the edging ability of the shoe. Right. Looking again, now we're going to go back and look at the underside. The shoe itself looks like it's a slightly different shape. I'm sorry that I'm fumbling them around, but just want to take a look-see. The general shape of the shoe on the toe looks a little bit different. This new pair seems to have a much more gentle and rounded toe box, whereas the old one was a little bit more aggressive, and you can see that it comes into a slightly sharper point. Even these very worn shoes, right, if I give it a quick brush here, you can see that the sole of the shoe has actually worn down to about here. So all of this is just toe rubber and up on the rand. So this shoe has been worn through, but you can still see that this is more pointy than this. And so that might affect the towing ability of the shoe a little bit when you really have to have those really precise toe holds, or when you really want to do those really precise toe switches and foot switches without jumping hard. This shoe might have a slight, well, it might be a little harder, right? So a little bit of a handicap there maybe. Okay, yeah. So, and again, this shoe looks really cool. It is the low version shoe, and yeah, hopefully you guys like it. This is my real quick review, well, as quick as I can do, of the new 510 Hiangles. Right, and these are the low volume ones, and yeah, so I will give them a quick test out and climb around in them. Probably by the time I post this, I've probably already climbed around in them a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Stay up tuned, click that, go click that button, click that subscribe button, and hit the notification so that when those guys come up, you can get my thoughts on the shoe. So far what I do like about it, quick review, I love that they got this toe strap. They have the wide Velcro so you can adjust the toe, either adjust it to the toe box or the heel. I like that they carried this extra rubber that they have on the toe and the laser etching. That is great. I really like the tether scheme. I like that they kept the general heel of what they had before. And yeah, so things I don't like about it are, let's see, things I don't like this heel. I don't like this specific part of the heel. That's going to be a little iffy. I'm not sure about how good this split design is going to be. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the shoe too much, or it doesn't do any difference. Maybe it'll make it better, we don't know, but don't like that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. And hopefully it turned out. Stay tuned. Peace.